Okay, just going to talk you through cluster 5, AT5, chronic disease. 4 short answers. Okay, question 1, list 3 common sites for cancer development and describe how they impact the patient's body systems. Okay, so ABC, 3 sites. You tell us whether it affects male or females, or you could say both, and then tell us the second part of the question here. So the first part is list a site, and the second part is describe how it impacts that system of the body. So you've gone through all the systems of the body, so lung, heart, renal, skin, reproductive. So tell us the site of the cancer and then how it affects that body system. Okay. Question 2, describe the clinical manifestations and impact on the body for the following chronic health conditions. So you've got chronic asthma. Clinical manifestations is essentially signs and symptoms, and then we want you to tell us how those signs and symptoms impact the body. So you've got sort of 2 parts to it. So the first part, chronic asthma, what are the signs and symptoms, and then tell us the impact on the body. Okay, and that's for all of these chronic diseases. All right. Question 3, discuss the difference between a permanent and a temporary tracheostomy in relation to the impact on a person's ability to perform activities of daily living. Okay, so this just might mean that you need to describe the difference between a permanent and temporary tracheostomy. So you might need to research what that looks like. We'll have done some work in class on this, and you just tell us how a temporary tracheostomy impacts the activities of daily living and how a permanent tracheostomy impacts the activities of daily living. All right. Question 4, a female you are caring for has multiple sclerosis, diagnosed 7 years ago. She can ambulate safely with supervision for short distances, however requires motorised wheelchair for all other transport. Therefore, she doesn't get out much. She lives at home on her own with a carer who visits every day to assist with showering and the care of her suprapubic catheter. Okay, so you've got a couple of questions here to answer about MS. So that just may mean you need to do a little bit of research about MS and what it's like for somebody living with MS. You might know someone who lives with MS, for you to be able to answer the following questions. Okay, so part A, with the information above, discuss the possible impacts that MS has had on this person in relation to their activities of daily living. So look at all of the things that they've described that she can do or can't do in this scenario, and what do you think the impact is on her ability to do her everyday things, walking, showering, feeding, activities of daily living. Okay. Part B, outline 3 person-focused nursing interventions that you could implement to reduce isolation for this lady. So you can see that she lives at home on her own, and a carer visits once a day. All right. And part C, identify 5 rehabilitation strategies, techniques, or equipment. Okay, sorry, there's 4 questions. Or equipment. Okay, so a part of this is also that you need to do some research around MS, okay, and that you describe 5 of these things that might assist her. And part D, identify 3 community-based services or providers that are available to support the ongoing care of a person suffering with MS. Okay, so remembering when you're looking up MS that you're keeping this community means a local community, so just be wary of using websites that are Australian and local, okay, when you're identifying MS in our community. And that's all for this AT.